Hey, it's Allie with Country 1047 KKRV, and we have the wellness director from Colonial Vista Senior Living from Wenatchee right here with us, Rebekah. Rebekah, welcome. Tell us a little bit about your background. How did you go from being a gymnast and coach to leading a wellness program for seniors?
Well, thank you so much for having me. And oh boy, I don't even know where to start, but movement has truly been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. I was a competitive gymnast until I was 16, then spent years coaching as a certified USA gymnastics coach. But I also grew up in senior living because my mom was an activities director. So I spent lots of time helping out with everything from bingo to sit and be fit classes. So I really enjoyed every minute of it. And it's no surprise that later on I became an activities director myself. And then I earned my CNA, which let me work more directly with seniors' personal care needs. And that medical knowledge helps me tailor movement to things like arthritis, Parkinson's, or stroke recovery for this program today. So really the transition from gymnast to senior wellness director was a natural progression, combining my love for movement, my roots in senior living, and my CNA training all into one meaningful, purpose-driven role.
Well, it really sounds like you found your fit here. So your title is wellness director, but it sounds like your role goes beyond just fitness. How do you define wellness for seniors?
Oh yes, it goes far beyond fitness. It's all about the whole person, the physical, the mental, emotional, spiritual, the social well-being. It all works together. This program is designed with exactly that in mind. I want every class to feel fun and safe while creating a meaningful community so people are engaging and hitting all of those categories. My goal is simple: to keep them moving, keep them smiling, and help them grow stronger, enriching their lives in more ways than they ever thought possible through that bad word of exercise.
Can you tell us more about the programs you offer? Quite a variety of classes. Like, how do you keep them both effective and fun?
You know, movement should never feel like a chore. It should be something people look forward to. That's why I build in music, rhythm, and even a little bit of play with evidence-based moves. Whether it's drumming or dancing in chairs to the oldies or mixing memory games with movement, I always aim to keep participants engaged and smiling, because when it's fun, they forget they're exercising, and that's when the real progress happens.
What would you say to somebody who thinks, I'm too old for exercise?
Well, I'd say whether you're 55 or 105, you're never too old. Every class we have is designed with seated and standing options so everyone can participate at their level. I take time to recognize each individual's limits and give them modifications so they can still get amazing benefits. And even the smallest movement creates momentum that leads to improvement physically, mentally, and emotionally, which is a huge win. Movement truly is for every body and every ability.
I like to move. Can you give us an example or like an example of a day in the life of your wellness schedule?
Sure. A typical day might begin at 7 a.m. with Rise and Walk Club, kicking off the day with some gentle cardio and social connection. Then a peaceful motion class, getting residents moving and energized with a gentle yoga touch. By 10 a.m., we're doing a strong and flexi class, building strength and flexibility without strain. Midday, we often do a sharp mind and body, combining movement with cognitive challenges. Then a vigorous sail class, which is a well-rounded and well-known evidence-based class. Then we finish the day with an energetic seated dance, full of music and smiles. It's definitely a full but balanced day that has a little something for everyone.
I also like to smile. You know, it sounds like something up my alley. And what are some unique or maybe lesser known classes that people love?
We've got a few gyms in there. One is Spark Moves and Smiles, which is a playful class with themed, imaginative movements. Residents have flown airplanes or tiptoed through tulips and so much more just from their chairs. Sure and Steady is another favorite. It focuses on improving balance and coordination, which helps with fall prevention and confidence, and often includes some group or partner work that everybody likes. And then we have Seated Dance, which is a music-filled dance session that brings joy, movement, and rhythm to every participant. It's great for cardio, mood, mind, and grooving without pressure.
Can you share a favorite moment or say a breakthrough story from one of your residents?
Absolutely. I have two recent stories that come to mind right away. One resident with Parkinson's was hesitant to join at first. He didn't feel confident in his ability to do the movements, and it was holding him back. We had a few honest conversations about how any movement is good movement, and I showed him how we could modify moves in each class to meet him where he was. Since then, he's truly been on fire. He comes to at least one class every day, and we've all noticed the change. He's moving better, getting stronger, and most importantly, he's found joy and confidence again. Another resident joked with me about our early morning classes and said, "I'm awake at that time, but not motivated enough to leave my apartment and exercise." But after some lighthearted back and forth, she gave an 8 a.m. class a try for 1 week, and she ended up loving it. Now she wakes up, drinks her coffee, and heads into class bright and early. She told me she's sleeping better, moving better, has more energy, is far more motivated, and just feels better all around. And those are the moments that really show how movement can change anyone's life.
Now, another question. What is something you wish more families understood about movement and senior living?
I really wish they understood that movement doesn't have to be scary or strenuous. It's not about marathons or heavy weights. It's about helping residents feel better in their bodies, even in small ways. Research shows that even light movement can boost mood, increase energy, improve brain function, and reduce fall risk. Movement brings joy, and it creates community. It restores confidence, it gives people a sense of purpose, and when residents move together, even just tapping their toes or clapping their hands to music, they smile more, connect more, and feel like themselves again. Even cheering each other on or watching is a form of participation with benefits. Movement is one of the most powerful tools we have in senior living for both body and spirit, and it shouldn't be ignored or feared.
If a listener wanted to learn more or, say, get involved, what's the best way to connect?
Well, we love visitors and community connections. So if you're curious, the best way is to just visit us. Call us to schedule a tour or even drop in for a class to see the energy yourself. Whether you're a family member, future resident, volunteer, or just someone passionate about wellness, we'd love to meet you and show you what whole person senior wellness looks like in action. Our website is also a great way to learn more and view our monthly activities calendar. So visit that at www.colonialvistasl.com.
Hey, Rebekah, thank you so much for being here. And it sounds like Colonial Vista has a lot going on. Remember, if you want to learn more about all of this, visit colonialvistasl.com. This is Allie with Country 104.7 KKRV.